Good morning, all of you. I, Dr. Hemant Jadhav from Sri Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj College of Engineering, welcomes all of you for the online lecture series on the basic electronics for the first year diploma computer engineering students. Today's lecture topic is the bipolar junction transistors. A bipolar junction transistor or the BJT is the type of transistors that use both electrons and holes as the charge carriers. While in unipolar transistors, such as the APTs, only one kind of charge carrier is used. A bipolar transistors allow a small current injected at one of its terminals to control a much larger current flowing between the two other terminals, which make the device capable of amplification or the switching. The word transistor is derived from the word transfer and the resistance. It describes the operation of BJT. That means the transfer of an input signal from a low resistance circuit to the high resistance circuit. This type of transistors is made up from the semiconductors, while the transistors are used to construct the integrated circuits. Now we are having the first question, why it is called the junction transistors, as the answer lies behind the construction of the semiconductors. We already know that semiconductors are having the two types. One is the P type and second one is the N type semiconductors. Now in this type of transistors, any one type of semiconductors is sandwiched between the other type of semiconductors. As shown in figure, one N type of semiconductor is sandwiched between the two P type of semiconductor, or one P type semiconductor is sandwiched between the two N type semiconductors. These are called the PNP and NPN transistors. We will discuss about them later. Now, the second question is why it is called the bipolar. Because the conduction take place due to the both electron as well as the holes in the transistors, and so we can say that bipolar junction transistors. That means by PNP or NPN transistors, there are the two junctions at the different type of semiconductors, and so it is called the junction transistors, while it conduct with the electrons and holes, and so it is called bipolar, and so it is called the bipolar junction transistors. Or the simple definition of BJT is a three terminal semiconductor which consisting of two PN junctions which is able to amplify or magnify a signal. It is current control device. The three terminals of BJT are base, collector and emitter, which is shown in the figure. A signal of small amplitude, if applied to the base, is available in the amplified at form of the signal in the collector of the transistors. BJT having the three parts named as the emitter, base, conductor, in which first one is the emitter. The section that supplies the large section of majority charge carriers is called the emitter. The emitter is always connected in forward bias with respect to the base so that it supplies the majority charge carriers to the base. The emitter base junction inject a large amount of majority charge carriers into the base because it is heavily dropped and the moderate in size. For the NPN transistors, emitters supply the holes to its junction, while the PNP transistors, emitter supplies the electrons to its junction. Second is the collector. The section which collect the major portions of majority charge carriers supplied by the emitter is called as the collector. The collector bit junction is always in the reverse bias. Its main function is to remove the majority charge from the junction with the base. In the NPN transistors, collector receives holes to its junctions, while in PNP transistors, collector receives the electrons to its junction. And last one is the base. The middle section of the transistor is known as the base. The base form two circuits. One is the input circuit with the emitter and the output circuit with the collector. The emitter base circuit is in the forward bias and offers the low resistance, while the collector base junction is reverse bias and so it offers the higher resistance to the circuit. The base of the transistors is lightly dropped and very thin due to which it offers majority charge carriers. Next point is transistors operations. As we see, there are the two types NPN and PNP transistors. First, working of the NPN transistors, we can see that in the diagram. The forward bias in the emitter base junction cause the electrons to move forward base, and so it constitutes the emitter current, that is the IE. Now IE and the IC is the emitter current and the collector current respectively, while VEB and VEC sorry while VEB and VCB are the voltage for the emitter base and the collector base respectively. According to the conventions, if for the emitter base and the collector current IE, IB and IC current goes into the transistors, the sign of the current is taken as the positive, while if current goes out from the transistor, then the sign shows that it is negative. Similarly, as in the PNP transistors, the forward bias in the emitter base junction causes holes to move towards the base, and which also constitute the emitter current, that is the IE. For PNP transistors, current enters into the transistors through the emitter terminal. Like any bipolar junction transistor, the emitter base junction is forward bias and the collector base junction is reverse bias. We can it easily tabulate emitter base and collector current as well as their voltages. As we seen in the diagram, one is the circuit diagram of the NPN and one is the symbol of NPN transistor. Second part of the diagram also shows that the circuit diagram of PNP and symbol of PNP. In circuit diagram, we can see that the flow of current from N to P, that is the emitter to base, and the P to N, that is the base to collector. Similarly, in PNP, N2P, that is the base to emitter wholesale transfer, and P2N, that is the collector to base. Next point is the operating regions or the operating modes of the transistors. There are the three main distinct regions of the operations of the BJT. One is the base, sorry, one is the active region or the active mode. The active region is again divided into the two subparts. One is the forward active and second one is the reverse active. First, the forward active. The base emitter junction is forward bias and the base collector junction is reverse bias, then it is called the forward active region. The most bipolar transistors are designed to afford the greatest common emitter current gain in the forward active mode. If this is the case, the collector emitter current approximately proportional to the base current, but the many times larger for the small base current variables. Second subpart is the reverse active. By reversing the biasing conditions of the forward active region is called the reverse active. That means a bipolar transistor goes into the reverse active mode. In this mode, the emitter and collector regions switch their roles because most BJTs are designed to maximize the current gain in the forward active mode. These transistors mode usually being the considered only for the fail-safe condition and some types of the bipolar logics. The reverse bias breakdown voltage to the base may be an order of magnitude lower in this region. Second region is saturation or second mode is saturation mode. With both junction forward bias, then it is called the saturation mode or saturation region. A BJT is in saturation mode and the facilitate high current condition from the emitter to the collector. This mode corresponds to a logical on or the close switch. Third mode is called as the cut off mode or cut off region. In this mode or in this region, both junctions are in the reverse bias, which is opposite to the saturation mode. There is a very little current which corresponds to a logical off or and the open switch. Next point, we can see the various transistor connections. There are the three main connections, or it is also called the modes of operations. One is the common base mode, second one is the common emitter mode, and third one is the common collector mode. Each mode shows the characteristics of the BJT. The characteristics of BJT, there are different characteristics for different modes. Characteristics is nothing but the graphical form of relationships among the different current and voltage variables of the transistors. First one is the common base. As we can see the circuit diagram of NPN configuration and the PNP configuration of the common base. The common base terminology is derived from the fact that is the base is commonly connected to the input and output side of the circuits, and so it is called the common base connection. The input characteristics of the common base is shown in the figures, in which the input current is the emitter current and the input voltage is the collector base voltage. As the emitter base junction is forward bias, therefore the graph of IV, Vs, Ve is similar to the forward characteristics of PN diodes. IE is increases for the fixed voltage of EV when the Vc is increases. While the output characteristics, sorry, while the output characteristics shows the relationship between output voltage and output current, IC is the output current and the collector base voltage, and the emitter current, that is the IE, is the current, input current, and work as the parameters. As in the figure shows the output characteristics in the common base modes. Next mode or next operation mode is the common emitter connection. As the name common emitter, the emitter is commonly connected to the both input and output sides of the configuration. In the diagram you can see that NPN and PNP configuration, in which emitter is commonly connected in the input signals as well as the output signals. The characteristics of common emitter configurations is shown in the graph. The IB, that is the base current, is the input current, and VBE, that is the base emitter voltage, is the input voltage for the common emitter mode. So the input characteristics for the common emitter mode will be the relation between the IB and the voltage BE with the VCE as parameters. The type CE input characteristics are similar to the forward bias of the PN diodes, but as the voltage of the common base, that is the VCB, increases, the base width is decreases. The output characteristics at a common emitter mode is shown in the graph. The output characteristics for the common emitter mode is the curve or the graph between the collector current, that is the IC, and the collector emitter voltage, that is VCE, when the base current, that is the IB, is the parameter. Like the output characteristics of common base transistor, CE mode has also three regions, namely active region, cutoff region, and saturation region. The active region has collector region reverse bias and the emitter junction forward bias. For the cutoff region, the emitter junction is slightly reverse bias and the collector current is not totally cut off. And finally, for the saturation region, both the collector and the emitter junctions are the forward bias, which is we can see in the graph. Last mode is the common collector mode. The common collector mode is, as per the name, the collector is commonly connected to the input and output side of configuration. The diagram shows the configuration of NPN and PNP configuration. We having or seen the three modes. One is the common based, common emitter, and common collector mode. Depending on the various characteristics, we can see the some comparison of that. As we can see in the chart, first characteristics is the input resistance, which is the very low in the common base, near about the 100 ohm, which is increased in the common emitter up to the 750 ohms, but it is also the in the low range, while common collector is having the input resistance very high, that is the about 750 kilo ohms, while the second characteristic is the output resistance. In output resistance, the in common base having the very high, that is the 450 kilo ohms, which is decreased in the common emitters but having the range higher range, that is the 45 kilo ohms, which is decreased rapidly in the common collector and having the very low range, that is the 50 ohms, as compared with the voltage gain. The common base having the voltage 150, common emitter having the voltage 500, and the common collector having the voltage less than 1, while the current gain comparison, common base having the no current, that is the less than 1, while the common emitter having the current gain high, while common collector is appreciable common gain. What are the applications? The common base is commonly used for the high frequency applications. Common emitter is used for the audio frequency applications, and common collector is used for the impedance matching. One of the application is the amplification, that is the transistor used as a amplifier in C. As we can see the diagram, transistor as an amplifier configuration, and the graph is shown in the diagram. The transistor rises the strength of weak signal and hence act as the amplifier. The transistor amplifier circuit, which is we can see in the diagram, the transistor has three terminals, namely emitter, base, and collectors. The emitter and base of the transistors are connected in forward bias and the collector base region in the reverse bias. The forward bias means that the P region of the transistors is connected to positive terminal of the supply and the negative region is connected to the N terminal, and in reverse bias just opposite of its occurs. Now, the input signal or the weak signal is applied across the emitter based and the output is obtained to the load resistor R, which is connected in the collector circuit. When a weak signal is applied to the input, a small change in the signal voltage causes a change in emitter current because the input current or the input circuit has very low resistance. This change it almost the same in collector current because the transmitter action. As we can see in the diagram, signals are amplified before and after the connection with the amplifier. And last one, we can already see the applications of BJTs are mostly used discrete circuit design due to availability of many types and obviously because it is high transconducts and output resistance, which is better than the MOSFET. BGTs are suitable for the high frequencies applications. That's why they are used in radio frequency for the wireless communications or the wireless systems. And another applications of BGTs can be stated as a small signal amplifiers or the metal photo cells. Thank you very much. If anyone having any questions, please ask.